From a young woman who walked free only to fall harder into addiction's grip.
Modeling agency, and my ex at the time, he had heroin. And
to a man who dreamed of freedom only to lose his life on the road home.
You gotta beat on me.
Hey, come on.
I love you so much.
Today we look at Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup cast members who left this world too soon. The journey to a new life began outside the prison walls, but addiction was still waiting on the other side. Alla Subotina first appeared in season 1 of Love After Lockup. She was young, beautiful, and trying to start over after spending time behind bars. Viewers met her as she was getting out of prison. She had served 5 years for selling heroin. Her story was emotional from the very beginning.
Guys, hi, honey. Life for a heroin user is not a life, it's existing. Just like being in prison.
When Alla came home, she moved in with James Christia. He was her love interest on the show. He had been waiting for her release. At first, things looked promising. Alla seemed happy to have another shot at life. She smiled more, she looked hopeful, but not long after the cameras stopped rolling, her struggles became harder to hide. Alla had battled drug addiction before. That was part of why she ended up in prison. After filming, she relapsed. Her drug use came back stronger than ever. She ended up breaking the rules of her release and went back to jail. It was heartbreaking for fans who had hoped she would stay clean.
Be like, right away, Jimmy wants this.
You literally just went to take a pregnancy test.
I know,
You can't
I
tell me
did.
what the results are?
Of course I can. Why do you have to pressure me? I'm the one who took it.
I understand that.
In July of 2021, Alla got out again. This time people prayed she would stay safe, but her fight with addiction continued. Only a few weeks later, in August, her mother shared a painful post. Alla had OD'd. She was only 31.
Alla from season 1 of Love After Lockup has passed away at the age of 31. She was just released from prison less than a week, or just about a week ago.
Her mom wrote on Facebook, "Sadly, addiction won today. My beloved daughter, Alla, passed away earlier today. Addiction is an ugly disease. Rest in peace, my forever daughter." The news shook the Love After Lockup community. Fans shared their sadness and support. Some said they cried when they heard. Others wrote kind messages online, remembering how much they liked Alla on the show.
What's wrong?
I don't feel good.
Alla is, on the ground.
One person wrote that, "This is so heartbreaking to hear. Addiction is a beast." Another said, "Remember when we watched her use in the bathroom right after her release? That was so hard to see." Even though she wasn't on screen for long, she made a strong impact. She came across as someone who wanted to do better, but just didn't get enough time. People close to her said she tried her best, but staying clean is hard. Especially when someone comes out of prison and has to adjust to the world again. Some fans guessed that the drugs she took were laced with fentanyl. That drug is stronger than heroin. It makes overdoses happen faster.
Alla, I'm so happy that you're with us as a family, and you're gonna new start with a new life, with a new person. That is awesome, because I didn't like any of your boyfriends in the past.
I didn't either.
These deaths are a sad reminder of how serious addiction is. Shows like Love After Lockup give people a second chance at life and love. But real life doesn't always have a happy ending. When the cameras stop, the pain can return. The pressure, the cravings, the loneliness. Some cast members couldn't escape it.
You know, James, we very worry about Alla. This is very important. Who is right with her?
Right.
Right
With
now.
you.
Alla's story hurts because many people saw something special in her. They hoped she would make it out. She had dreams and charm and wanted a better life. Her mom's words, "Addiction won today," are heavy. They speak for many families who have lost someone too soon. Their time on the show was short, but their stories live on in the hearts of many fans. Next came the unforgettable personality who married her pen pal in a whirlwind romance. Her biggest enemy wasn't the law or the cameras, it was the battle raging inside her own mind. Tracy Wagaman Brady was one of the most unforgettable people from Love After Lockup Season 2. She had a big personality, a troubled past, and a fan base that truly cared about her. Her story was full of ups and downs, but sadly, it ended far too soon. Tracy's time on the show was centered around her relationship with Clint Brady. The two met while she was still in prison, and Clint waited for her release. Once she got out, they met in person and quickly got married. Their love story was full of chaos. Viewers watched them fight, make up, and fall apart over and over again.
Like 2:30 or 3 and on the couch, in the living room part. And as soon as she wasn't there, and I went to go look, and she was in the bed, and so I went to go lie down, next to her and hold her and stuff.
But behind the drama was something much more serious. Tracy was battling a deep addiction to meth. Her struggle played out on screen in real time. She would go missing, get arrested, and go through long periods of relapse. Sometimes she looked clear-eyed and full of hope, but other times her pain was visible. Fans worried about her. Some even reached out online, telling her to get help and reminding her that she still had time to turn things around.
We're doing real good. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a wake-up call for both of us because we've been having a lot of problems with fighting over what I was doing. Clint tried to...
Tracy tried to get clean. She spent time in rehab and posted updates showing her progress. She often said she wanted a fresh start, and for a while it looked like she might actually get it. After her split from Clint, she started dating someone new and later announced that she was expecting a baby.
You can never be happy for me.
Okay,
You can never be proud of me. Everything I do
yeah.
is wrong. Every little move I make. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I'm sick of the rules.
Your rules are almost done, okay?
I haven't been off parole in almost 10 years now.
In June of 2021, she gave birth to a baby girl. It should have been a time filled with joy and new beginnings, but Tracy's fight with addiction wasn't over. Just 1 week after her daughter was born, Tracy passed away. She was only 41 years old.
I was, now I'm feeling back to it. The baby's foot is always like, ow, ow. But lately it's been peace. She's been chill, relaxed.
The cause of death was methamphetamine toxicity. The coroner ruled it an accidental overdose. News of her death came as a shock to many. It felt sudden, even though she had spoken openly about her struggles for years. Her brother confirmed the news in a heartbreaking video, saying she had passed peacefully and was loved by many.
She passed away last night in Vegas. I was the first person that they found that was related to her.
Her final days were filled with hope. She had started using Cameo to connect with fans, and she was excited about her baby. She spoke about wanting to stay clean and be a better person. That's what makes her story so sad. She was trying. Many fans shared messages of love and support after her passing. Some said they felt like they knew her. One wrote, "Baby tested positive for drugs at birth." Another wrote, "This was always going to end this way." She was using the entire pregnancy and knew CPS was going to take the baby. Others said they cried for someone they had never met. Her story hit home for people who have struggled with addiction or watched a loved one go through it.
Screaming, it may have been my sister at the time, but I guess honestly when I had heard her yelling or talking about it, yeah, I kind of looked into it and I don't know that.
Tracy's life was far from easy. She had legal problems, health issues, and deep personal struggles. But she also had dreams. She wanted to be happy. She wanted to be loved. She wanted to be a good mom. Addiction took all of that away. Tracy's death was a painful reminder of how deadly addiction can be. It doesn't care if someone is famous. It doesn't wait. It can take someone just days after one of the happiest moments of their life. Then there was the construction worker who gave everything for love, including his life savings. What he didn't know was that his biggest investment would cost him everything. Scott Davey wasn't an inmate, but his story was just as emotional as anyone else's on Love After Lockup. He appeared in Season 2, where viewers watched him fall hard for Lizzie Comas, a woman serving time for multiple fraud charges. Scott's journey was filled with hope, heartbreak, and a deep desire to be loved. But sadly, just months after fellow cast member Tracy Wagaman passed, Scott also died unexpectedly. He was 54.
I'm in a bikini.
I'm excited about this date, but obviously I don't know how it's going to go. I do love Lizzie. I don't know if she loves me, but I still love her.
Look at this. It's so perfect.
Scott lived in California and worked in construction. He was a single dad when he started writing letters to Lizzie. Their bond grew quickly through prison phone calls and visits. When Lizzie got out, he welcomed her with open arms and tried to give her everything she wanted. He even spent tens of thousands of dollars on her while she was still locked up.
You're going to push it all the way down to a friendship.
A long-distance friendship with you. We're not intimate.
No, you aren't intimate with me. I don't have a problem with being intimate. You aren't intimate with me.
Me and Lizzie never had sex because I could tell I wasn't good enough for her. I'm not going to...
On the show, their relationship became one of the most talked about. Scott wanted love. He believed Lizzie would change after prison and live a better life. But things didn't go the way he hoped. Lizzie often asked for money, and Scott gave it to her even when it hurt him financially. His teeth, his job, and even his car became topics of discussion online because of how far he went to support her.
I feel like that's not a good idea. She should be an independent woman and get a job and be stable before she can have anyone else in her life.
Fans had mixed feelings. Some felt bad for Scott, others thought he was being used, but everyone could see that he genuinely cared for Lizzie. He wanted to believe her, even when things started falling apart. After they broke up, Scott stayed out of the spotlight for a while. He kept his life private, but shared occasional photos and updates on social media. He had a new girlfriend at one point and seemed to be moving on, but deep down, some fans believed Scott was still hurting.
I'm having a fun time.
My daughter and all my friends were telling me that Scott's not the right one for me.
You're making a mistake.
You're right that I don't know him, but I want to get to know him.
You can still do that.
Then, in November of 2021, the news came out that Scott had passed away. He died suddenly at the age of 54. The exact cause of death was never confirmed publicly, but some reports and online posts suggested he may have struggled with relapse or health issues. His passing came just a few months after Tracy Wagaman's death, which made the news even more painful for longtime fans of the show.
To make her happy. If I did not pay for that lawyer, if I did not sell that car, she would be not sitting where she is today. She still would have been there to this day. That's what gets me. Never an apology, never a thank you, never.
People online were shocked. Many said they hadn't heard from Scott in a while and hoped he was doing okay. Others posted kind messages remembering him as a caring father, a generous partner, and a man who wanted to believe in love even when it broke him. His former co-star Lizzie shared a short message about his death, saying it was heartbreaking and unexpected. One wrote, "That's unfortunate. He was one of the cast members who initially got me hooked on the show. It's so sad seeing all these OGs drop like flies. He gave everything he had, money, time, trust, and emotion to a woman he believed in. When that relationship ended, it took a toll on him." He said in interviews that he had no regrets, but his sadness was clear. Finally, the young man who survived years behind bars only to find freedom. But sometimes the most dangerous roads are the ones that lead you home. Asanta Golston's time on Love During Lockup and Life After Lockup was short, but fans still remember him. He was 33 years old when he died in a tragic car crash in September of 2023. His death shocked viewers and cast members. It was sudden, unexpected, and heartbreaking.
Why you trying to beat on me? Why you trying to beat on me? Hey, come on.
Asanta was introduced in Love During Lockup Season 2 as the boyfriend of Reneka Hayes. They had a fiery relationship that kept people glued to the screen. Asanta was serving time for multiple charges, but Reneka stood by his side. She was loud, flashy, and full of confidence. Their chemistry was intense, but their fights were even louder.
I cried like a baby. I'm supposed to be a thug, but I cried. Look at you. Let me see. I am too. You look rough. You do.
When Asanta got out of prison, the couple made the jump to life after lockup. Things moved fast between them. There were plans for a future, hopes for a fresh start, and lots of big talk about building something real. But with the drama, the tension, and their past still close behind, the road was never smooth.
Some word. Nick ain't gotta worry about nothing. She was there for me at hard times. Like, she helped me when I, like, at my worst, like, you know, jail the next thing closer to death, so that meant a lot to me.
Even though they had big dreams, the relationship had problems. Asanta and Reneka fought often. Trust issues came up, especially around cheating and money. Still, they had moments where it looked like they truly cared for each other. Viewers could see that Asanta was trying to adjust to life outside, while also trying to hold on to love.
That's it. I'm loyal, too. To who? Yourself? Where you get that from? The bitch just called me and told me she's your girlfriend. Who? Was you finna tell me?
Then, in early September 2023, news broke that Asanta had passed away. Reports said he died in a high-speed crash in Georgia. According to officials, his car crossed into oncoming traffic and hit another vehicle. The crash was so violent that it left both cars destroyed. He was pronounced dead at the scene. He was only 33.
Okay, but you can't cheat on me. I'm not cheating on you, baby. You acting like you want an open relationship. You gonna leave me?
No drugs or alcohol were confirmed in early reports, and the reason for the crash was not clear. Some believed he may have lost control of the vehicle while speeding. Others said he may have been stressed or distracted. Whatever the reason, the result was devastating. Reneka posted a message online shortly after, confirming his death. She was heartbroken. Fans rushed to her comment section, offering love, prayers, and support. One person wrote, "He was arrested in June for possession of weed and coke with intent to distribute. I wonder how much time passed between the show and his arrest in June." Many were shocked. He had just been on screen, alive, and planning his next chapter. These cast members were more than reality stars. They were real people with real battles. Their story reminds us how fragile life can be. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction or mental health, please reach out for help. Keep their memory alive. Share, support, and stay aware.